Let me just read you what someone. Wait, let me just read you what someone said.
Also, can I just say on Twitter until Chucky finds that, I'd like to formally apologise to the young lady that listened to our podcast and tried to attack me on Twitter before getting attacked by multiple people that didn't agree with her. I apologise for you trying to attack me about my preference.
You're apologising for her attack. What? What's your name, by the way?
Vision.
Vision. Yeah. Alright, cool.
So what's happened is the conversation you had last week with a girl on the phone about the preference of a vagina and the way it looks, so on and so forth. I had the preference, and it wasn't to say that anybody else that doesn't have it like that, I have an issue with you in life. It was just, that's just not my preference. And the lady on Twitter attacked me quite viciously and made me seem like a really bad person. And I was really, all I questioned was, am I not allowed to have a preference? I'm confused. Like, if we equate this argument to something else, that means I should like everyone's song. I should like every single female on the planet, and I should always make sure, regardless of their circumstances and where they look, I should be like,
so you are apologising for?
Yeah, that's nothing. I just wanted to bring it up and just like wind her up a little bit. Do you know what I mean?
Okay. I thought you was going to drag her back in. You know?
Yeah, you don't need to apologise for shit.
What was she upset about?
She was upset because
I was confused.
Understand the fact that people are allowed to have a preference.
Yeah, Poet has a preference of a vagina, and she didn't like that.
What was the preference based on?
It does that. That's irrelevant. I think
she just not allowed to have a preference.
No, but her point might have been like, oh, you're a colorist. Like,
no. Her thing was that she was probably insecure about her vagina, and when we were talking about certain things, it probably just hit home for her, and that was one of the reasons.
So he was dancing on her nerves, and
the killer is nothing I said was
say
to send a message to anybody else. It was just like, it would be the equivalent of you saying, "What is your ideal female?" If you say brown skin with a there's no white girl should get upset. It's not like you're having a dig at someone. You're just saying that's my preference. Yeah. Everyone in life is allowed to have a preference.
And he didn't say nothing mad.
Nothing. Okay.
He just said cleanliness.
I don't really think you even said what your preference was.
He didn't.
No, I just said I'm not really too fond of that.
Cleanliness or whatever.
Cause man sensitive nowadays anyway. But you know what? God bless you all, man.
Fake outrage.
Yeah, it's all
fake
of that.
Outrage is real on the field.
So this Don watched the stop and search thing, and then he's hit me, and he just said, just a topic suggestion that may be interesting to discuss. Listening to rappers that have been convicted of deep crimes, IG, DVS and Mover, am I wrong for listening to them based on their actions? Interested in you and Poet's opinions. So I messaged him back and I said to him, bro,
you listen to R. Kelly?
I still listen to R. Kelly, and he's been fucking kids since 94. Then he just said, yeah, I hear you. And then, so I went on my my Snapchat, and I just asked people the question because I thought it's a given, really. But then it ended up turning into a debate. Like, loads of people were just messaging me all of these different things. Like, nah, fuck that. I don't listen to man like these. I don't even fuck with Chris Brown anymore, and this, that, and the other, and blah, blah, blah. Then it made me think, hold on a minute, because for me, there's still enough people that have committed all types of crimes, and I listen to their music. But then it did pose a good question. At what point do you not listen to a man or a woman?
When you're ready not to do it. At the end of the day,
but for you,
for me, I couldn't tell you because I haven't been in a situation where I've had to go. It's probably going to be going against my principles and my morals, but I'm not going to think differently of someone that listens to Chris Brown.
No, of course not.
I wouldn't, unless like your music has a very strong narrative, so maybe there is actually reasons why I would stop listening to someone. If your music has a very strong narrative for something that I am totally against, for example, if you glamorized rape, I'd be like, what the fuck? I can't fuck. Like, for example, that XX Tenesian whatever guy.
Yeah.
Donnie's doing freestyles talking about I'm chilling with the devil. Now, personally, if people want to listen to that music, you're allowed to. Like, I'm not going to think any differently of you. But for me, I don't want to be listening to something subconsciously that could be doing something to me I'm not aware of.
What about crime, though? In terms of crime? I think that's what the question is like.
Yeah, but what type of crime? Like, it's not about.
But that's for you to interpret.
Yeah, but it's like what you do in your personal life is what you do in your personal life. I'm not listening to your personal life. I'm listening to your music. That could be something that's from experience. It could be from someone else's experience. I don't know where it's come from. I just enjoy the music. That 3 minutes 30 seconds.
So you wouldn't stop listening to a rapist based on if his music is based around murder.
I was just about to say
that's
again, I don't know until I get into the situation. I wouldn't want to say to you, I'll never listen to that era because I don't know. I don't want to
because my thing is this.
Because I know Ben.
I think this is why I feel like it's a good question because I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna be very honest with you, bruv. I love R. Kelly's music, bruv. And you know what? When he was fucking around with Sparkle's niece, what was she? About a 1'7"? He was a big man.
I think she might have been younger than that, you know, bro.
No, she might have been 50.
Well, she might be 1'5". I think she was 1'5".
Was she 1'5"? See, this is a madness.
Didn't he marry Aaliyah when she was 15?
Fam, let me tell you something about R. Kelly.
We
spoke
had
about it. Let me show you why R.
this.
Kelly's wronged for that. In the front cover of AJ Not by Nuffer, he's in the background
yeah,
blurred.
Yeah.
It is. No. You know him what I'm coming from.
It's creeps.
I hear that. But you know what?
Blurred.
AJ Nothing But a Number's a classic.
Yeah, no, it's a banger. So whatever.
So what? Do I now not listen to Aaliyah because she's being manipulated?
She's not. She wasn't the one who committed the crime, though. It's him.
But how far do we go with music? Because obviously what he's saying is, I don't want to listen to this music because of the person they are in real life. But do I really want to listen to a little girl try and convince me that age ain't nothing but a number and I'm 14 and if I want to see a 21-year-old man, I can? Do I want to have a conversation with someone like that? No. So why should I now listen to the music? So my whole thing is, what you do in your personal life is entirely up to you. If you bring that... You say that, but you will still listen to Aaliyah. Aaliyah was telling you age ain't nothing but a number because she was fucking R. Kelly.
It was R. Kelly's words, though.
What's that?
It was R. Kelly's words.
It doesn't matter. She said it,
that's what makes it
bro.
even worse.
But she said
That's
it.
grooming.
Yeah,
That's grooming.
But my brother, she
That's
still said
grooming.
it. But bro, if Aaliyah was alive today, God bless her soul, and she done a fucking reunion show or a show, she is doing age ain't but a number. So I don't want to hear anything about grooming because she got with Dame Dash after that. She got with Bear Man after that. So my whole
I don't want to make this too much about R. Kelly, but all I'm saying is, he did whatever it was that he was doing. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I can't forget about tune like Step in the Name of Love and tune like I Believe I Can Fly. What, I'm just supposed to forget about that?
Do you not listen
do you know what do you know where I feel like I would? I feel like some people are going to get onto me for this, yeah. But had they committed the crime, had I have heard about their crime before I heard the music, I'm probably not going to pay too much attention to the music. Do you get me? So, for example, if a person had sex with children or whatever it was, or just did some mad thing like that, yeah, and I heard about that first, I'm less likely to pay attention to the music. But if I've heard a tune and it's a banger,
I reckon
and then I've heard that they've done this, it's hard for me to pretend like it's not a banger anymore.
Yeah, that's
because it's still a banger.
You're just making a selfish decision. You're deciding, I already like the music. I hear that was fucked up, but I already like this. So I'm making a decision based on what I already like.
Or what I already like.
Yeah.
And
but if I've heard about this...
No, every human decision is selfish.
No, but I don't think it's selfish for the simple fact that, because selfish is me, like, maybe you're right. I don't know. I just look at the term selfish because it sounds very negative. For me,
being selfish is not always negative.
If I have a connection to something,
yeah,
I have to be honest and say I've got a connection to it. Everything I hear after the connection in which I've created, it's going to be very difficult for it to break down the connection. But like Chucky said, if you hear that prior to the connection, you're not even going to go forward to make a connection. So if I knew R. Kelly was beating a 14-year-old from early, I don't want to fuck with that guy.
Maybe if you knew my man whose niece he was fucking, you'd be like, "Raw, I can't really bump Kelly again." But you don't know him, innit?
Do you know what? I'm going to be very honest with you. If he was banging one of my young bucks or whatever now, I'm going to be obviously mad pissed. But Step in the Name of Love is a banger. It's a banger. It's a banger.
For fuck's sake.
It's a banger. It's a banger.
The way you're putting it sounds like for you, it's more of a subconscious decision.
It's a banger.
It's not really like you're thinking, you're having that thought process where you sat down and you're like, yeah, he did this, but I really like the track. It just sounds like it's happening in the background in your head.
Callum, and that's what it is, because Meek Mill was do you know what? Meek Mill was really dancing into that Drake song. I got love, they were up to me. He was really got caught dancing to that. So music is such a mad thing. My kids are 10 months, and if I play Bend Over by Western, they're going mad. They haven't, and I don't even know if the kids have had a thought process in their mind where they've acknowledged that they like this song and they want to know who the artist is. They've just heard the vibrations, and so that's how we are when it comes to music. So that's why I know I'm not going to get to that point with an artist, for example, XS Teneshi or whatever the flip his name is. After I heard that he tried he's shoveling up a girl's vagina.
I'm not on that.
Because I'm not buying your album. I'm not on it.
So that's my thing.
DVS?
I'm not on it.
I'd heard it. I didn't like DVS anyway.
DVS, but I didn't really listen to DVS that much anyway.
As a DJ,
I did, but
as a
I didn't
DJ, would you bump his tunes after the?
If I liked it, but I didn't.
Okay.
I wasn't into DVS like
I wasn't.
that. I'll be honest with you. I'd play something from Solo 45. I liked him. And
he's not got the guilty yet, has he? He's just been charged.
He's not got the guilty. He's just been charged.
Either way, I'm still playing something.
Do you know what it is? I feel like even people that listen to the podcast, if you get offended, listen, I can't be in control of that. I genuinely feel people feel obligated to be PC. But what you need to understand is how you feel is how you feel. Like, I can't substitute how I feel to be PC if that's not how I feel. Now I'm going against the way I feel to please someone I don't even know. If you do that 10 times in a row, you're going to be an unhappy man. So I know being politically correct is the right thing to do. I know the arguments that people bring forward to us are possibly right. But by me saying to you, this is the way I feel, I'm not wrong. That is just how I feel. How I act about it is a whole different situation. So if I started talking about R. Kelly, say me and you were tweeting R. Kelly is a great man and all of that, I would understand that is a little bit inappropriate considering what he's done. But if I said I enjoyed this song, Step in the Name of Love, because I can't be deemed as such an evil or terrible person, because like Chucky said, if you play Step in the Name of Love to most any people, big man, they're stepping in the name of love, lust, anything. They're a step. Because the song's hard, fam. No, you think I'm thinking about Sparkle's niece in fucking Doggy when you listen to that? No, I'm not.
It's mental. But
bro, that's just the reality of it. But like, I still appreciate what he done. Of course. Fucking wrong.
And I understand that in some aspects I need rewiring.
Allegedly.
Some aspects. But in this, I think, like, for me, when I thought about it, for me, if I hear something prior to the fact that I've listened to the music, it's probably going to put me off from there. That's why I don't listen to my man. I don't listen to this devil worshipping.
No,
I saw one thing. I heard this devil worshipping thing. I hear some next thing about some girl. I'm not
on it. You're shaving your eyebrows. I'm not on it no more.
I'm not invested in that.
I'm not on it, cuz.
Whereas if I hear some songs and I just feel like it's a banger, then there's going to be some passes.
Bluetooth spud.
I think that's the general consensus, though.
I haven't been in a situation though. I haven't been in a situation where, in this age and in this stage that I'm at, like, an artist has done something extremely cruddy for me to actually feel like I have to. It's
relative,
do that.
though, isn't it?
And maybe there might be. Yeah, that's for me. I'm just talking about me. Maybe there might be a time, or maybe I don't know. Like the Chris Brown thing. I liked Chris Brown before. I thought Chris Brown was very talented. I know there's a lot of people. There's some people out there that can't listen to Chris Brown because of whatever it is that he did. Yeah, that's fair enough, and that's up to them. But for me, he made bangers before. He makes bangers today.
Do you know what upsets me about that Chris Brown situation? It proper upsets me.
Is that wrong?
Hear this, Chucky. Hear this, though. Chucky, hear this. Chris Brown made a fuck up. He made a disgusting fuck up. And what he done to Rihanna, blood, if that was my sister, I don't even know what I'm doing.
I'm trying to go jail.
I'm
going jail.
And that's the reality of it. What Chris Brown has come forward and done, he's consistently made great music. He's apologized. He understands fully what he done is wrong. Yeah, he's made a couple mistakes afterwards. But you see me, for me to point the finger at Chris Brown like I'm fucking Jesus, it'd be so immorally wrong, because half of these individuals pointing the finger at bloody Chris Brown need to go look in the mirror and take a long, hard look at themselves. And I'm the type of man that's like, before I start talking about what's happening in the next man's kitchen, let me clean mine. I'm more concerned with my own kitchen than somebody else's, unless it is completely immoral and I don't even know how you got to that point. Like, I don't know how you get to the point where you start rapping and talking about worshipping the devil. I don't know how we get there. So, because I don't know how we get there and talking about shoving up a fork up a woman's vagina, I don't know how we get there. So, for me,
in his lyrics,
this is what he's been
actually doing that.
I'm not saying he's doing it. But
I'm just saying, like, why? Where does this come? Like, a fork and a pussy.
Where can man eat these things? Get there,
but a fork,
like, or shovel or whatever. I can't remember what it was.
Whatever it is, he's using something.
Bro, I don't know what it was, but it was so wrong. When I read it, I've instantly said to myself, I don't know how you get. That is such a rare thing in life, cause you stay over there and you do your thing. I'm not saying that you're anything. I'm just saying I can't put myself in that world. What Chris Brown done is so immoral, but I've seen examples of it before, and I'm not saying it's right. It's fucking out of order. So I've got, like, I was raised by a woman. It's fucking out of order, but because I've seen it in my lifetime, I've seen how it can get there. So I'm like, cool, bro. You need to fucking. This is what I feel like you should do.
Paul Carucci said that he bust her up as well. Got a restraining order.
My bro, the guy is a fucking maniac. But I understand him as a the man's got ADHD. He's got real life problems. So I understand why he's in the situation he is. And me personally, I would treat them things like illnesses. I want to try and help you get out of that. And I appreciate your music. You see, my man has said, I worship the devil. Now, that's not an act when you're in anger. That's your lifestyle. That is who you are. It's not like, for example, Chris Brown doesn't go around beating up every single woman he sees. It's just like when he gets into an emotional state where he might do something bad. And I'm not saying it's right. I'm not excusing it at all. It's wrong. But for you to say, I worship the devil. That means every single day, everything you do is influenced by your. Because I'm not in. I can't be around that.
Yeah, that's mad energy.
And on top of that, man is sticking forks and
all of that.
That means now, if I go somewhere with Chris Brown, I know we're going off the back of the energy he has within that situation. And we're not going off the back of he had a fight with a gal. But everywhere you go with Excess Tenesci and whatever the flip his name is, because he is worshipping the devil and he thinks this is the right place to go. I cannot.
Can I say this? Yeah? I feel that maybe one thing that I'm not bad at doing is being able to separate one emotion from another. And in this sense, I'm able to separate this whole thing of how someone might emotionally upset me or something that I might not agree with emotionally to something that that I feel like is good in terms of their talent. So to elaborate on that, yeah, you could completely fuck up. But if you're a drawer, if you're someone that draws and you draw a flipping unbelievable painting, I'm still gonna say that this painting is an unbelievable painting. I can't say because I can't take away from the fact that this is actually good. So it's almost the same with artists as well. It's like, yeah, you fucked up, but I'm still able to say this is still a banger. However, I haven't reached that point yet where I would say, you know what, I can't fuck with this brother. And I think that the only time that maybe might happen is if it is
You said
of course, yeah. But I mean someone that I'm listening to, someone that I like, someone that I'm already listening to that I like. Because that was the original question. At what point do you stop listening to someone that you like? At what point do they?
I think honestly, for me, like personally, I'm able to do that take that objective stance if I'm far removed from it. So if like for instance, I'm looking at examples of crimes or slights against other people, I can be like, raw, that's bad, man, but I rate your music. But then if that like act of fuckery affects me personally, that's when I'll be able. It's easy for me to be like, raw.
I still think I would be able to say that it's a banger.
I can still say it's a banger, but I'm not fucking with you though. I can't. I'm not playing your music in my car.
I hear that.
I'm not listening to you.
It's not that, innit? And you know what it is?
Listen,
in 2 years ago, everyone knows. That still. It's well documented. If you know me, you know. I had an issue because Tidy Temper kicked me out his party. He kicked me clean out and I was going back home. But let me show you something. If man played Pass Out the next day, I'm going. If a man played Like It or Love It the next day, if man said to me, quote every single bar, I'm quoting the bars from Tiny Temper. I'm not going to not like his music now because I got kicked out his party. That's an idiot thing. That's like me saying to you, I like Rams. He's a nice guy. But let me tell you something, I don't like the barking tunes, so I'm not buying it. That's just me being able to just be honest with myself. I
should have bought the tune.
That's fair enough. It's my money.
No. We're going into something that's different. It's different. We're going into a different thing. But yeah, I don't know. Anyway, like I don't know. I'm sure that there's a stage. I just ain't reached it yet. I think maybe someone might have to do something to me personally, or maybe it might have to be a new allegation about kids, and then I'd be like, you know what? Maybe I can't. Yeah, maybe I can't really.
Yeah, wait, that's the one, you know. Well, especially if it's kids,
I'm like, you know what, I can't.
If you do something to newborns,
R. Kelly with young gal, but they look like big women. So that's why maybe if it was like
when he was eating bum that time there, it was a big bum he was eating.
Yeah,
bro.
no, it was big.
It was a big bum.
I'm
not condoning it, but I'm just saying when I watched it, it did look like an adult.
It's a big girl. I don't know why he chose her because she's like the young. I think that was more of a mentality he can manipulate or whatever. But like the girl he was peeing on was a big girl.
Put it this way: if R. Kelly puts out music today, I'm not listening to it.
Yeah, I don't really listen to new R. Kelly today. But you know what? That's just because I just don't like the music he's making.
No, that's more to do with me saying, look,
he hasn't had a good record. If he has a good record, I'd probably like it.
But me, I remember I'm a man that will really search music. So I'm a man that I search Usher songs to try and see if there's something. I am not
what do I do for a living?
R. Kelly. I'm not interested.
I'm not interested for a living. This is. Do you know what? This is even a good conversation here as well. I always tell people always say to me, like, have you seen this film? Have you seen that film? And I'm always the person in the group that ain't seen much films. I just see like just some bait films and some stuff that I like, yeah. But generally, I don't watch films. Also, in terms of, like things like Peaky Blinders and Breaking Bad and all of that, I start them, but I can't finish them. And people say, oh, how? Like, where have you been? And I tell them, do you know what? Do you know what I'm doing? I'm on the internet just listening to music or watching interviews or sourcing music. Like if we're having a conversation about music, I can sit there and do that all day. But films, I just can't. I'm tired of begging it. I'm tired of pretending like you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna go home and watch this movie that everyone's talking about. I'm not interested, but I will watch every interview. I will watch Breakfast Clubs. I will source them. And again, if I like something, I like it. I can't help that. I just can't.
For me, it was so mad. Do you know why I think I watch so much Netflix, especially recently? You both been to my house, so you know.
Yeah.
Once I get on the sofa and I'm chilling out, my cousin will knock the window. Like, just next, there's like 4 people here. Like, let's Netflix it. You're bunning the Smith. Like, it's a good vibe. It's like,
Do you watch the whole thing or do you fall asleep? Because I turn on Netflix and the only thing that grips me or holds me is documentaries.
Do you know what?
So I love documentaries.
Do you watch Black Mirror?
I watched 2 episodes and I fell asleep during the second one.
Program.
I will show you the best Black Mirrors to watch.
No one explained with that,
Bro, I watched the first one and the man's talking about having sex with a piggy and that. I just thought all that was just mad to me.
Yeah, but that happened in real life as well.
Did it?
Yeah.
Was that based on a true story?
Yeah.
No, it happened before.
David Cameron.
It happened before the
Did David Cameron have sex with a piggy?
Yeah, no, he put his dick in a pig's mouth.
Are you kidding me?
Whoa, that was real.
Yeah.
Yes, that's the reason why it came.
As an initiation to like some old
Bollocks.
boys club.
Who did this?
David Cameron.
Right. Yeah.
How old was he when he did this?
A young man.
Age.
Oh, so he wasn't the fucking...
No.
Oh, okay.
I felt like that was his thing.
Yeah.
Guys, that doesn't make it acceptable.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
You
I
like
thought
it,
that
you
you were
think-
saying
Callum's
that.
like, whoa, guys, hey, you know.
My wife
Not a
believe that
pig
shit.
And then when I was watching the other one, which was the guy who's been nominated for an Oscar,
Get out, Daniel.
With the one with Bashies in it.
Yeah, Bashi's in that one.
That one's dead as well. I will send you the best
I'm falling
ones.
asleep and I'm like, you know what? I'll either watch a documentary because that grips me because this is what's happening, or I'm just on the music thing.
I don't like that one. I'll send you the right ones to watch.
Send me one. If I don't like it, I'm never going back.
I'm
not
sending
going
you
back.
one.
I'm treating it like olives.
My brother.
Because you know what, yeah?
Oh my
I had
God, I'll
olives.
treat you like
I don't
olives.
like olives. And then someone said to me, you know what? I'll take you to a spot and I'm gonna give you proper olives. I went, I ate it. I'm not trying it again.
All right.
No one's
Chucky?
convincing me to ever eat
Chucky.
an olive again.
Chucky, do you know what Black Mirror is? Caribbean food.
Okay, I hear you.
Black Mirror is never shit, but it's not that great.
Yeah.
Sometimes. Caribbean food is never shit, but sometimes it's not that great. And when you have great Caribbean food, you can't go anything below that. So if I show you a fantastic episode of Black Mirror...
Unless you go Turtle Bay.
the less said, the better. But you understand where I'm coming from. So, and there's another show that's just started called The End of the Fucking World.
Okay.
Levels.
I'll try. I'm gonna try, innit? But
I'm going to show you this stuff because I believe in you, Chucky.
yeah, alright.
Your mind's as twisted as mine sometimes.